Well, there we are, guys. This is what I've been doing for the last 6 or 7 days. Clearing the old plot 26. All that's left there now of mine is a little bit of lavender and that Swiss chard and some golden feverfew and stuff like that. The new plot holder, Heidi, she's already taken it over and made a start with some bean trenches there, look. And a big compost pile at the end. She's going to build some of the pallet collar compost bays. So I'm leaving the rest. We just walk down the slope and show you. I'll tell you what, there's some good quality soil here now. I'll put a picture up of what it was like when I first took it on. It was pure clay, but now look at it with all the compost and the straw. Really is good stuff. I mean, the trench that she's dug, look, I mean, 6 inches down, and it's good stuff. It's not that light brown stuff anymore. So a little bit of straw behind, a few spuds. Leaving the old bench, too frail to move. Yeah. Leaving the pond, Digwell's lake. No point moving that. I'm leaving the black currants as well. I'm not going to move those. If I want some, I'll just get some new ones. And Heidi, bless her, she's going to save me a punnet or two of the fruit. Same with the pear tree. I think that's too big to move, to be honest. And the apple tree, lovely apples on there. Leaving that as well. And the red currants and the loganberry. Oh my word, what am I doing? Right, let's take you down the slope. Oh, hang on, I've got to grab my last bit of netting. I didn't realise I had so much netting. You'll see in a second. You'll see the track I've worn, look, in the grass, walking up and down with the wheelbarrow. 30 wheelbarrow loads in the end. I think I may have too many canes, look. Let's walk down here and get wet feet again. This grass is soaking. It's been nice all week and it's about 5 degrees this morning. I want to get a little bit done, a little bit of tidying up and get on with it in earnest. So what have I done then? Well, I've topped all the beds up with the straw. I'll get down a bit lower and show you. Look at all those canes. I've got my own forest. That silver frame thing, that was a nightmare to move, that was. I just can't get it square. I just can't get it looking right. So, well, the sooner I get some beans on it, the better it will hide it, you know. What are we doing then? I've got to get a bit of pruning done. We've got some mulberries on the end there, red currants and white currants. They aren't looking too bad. There's a few crossing stems I've got to sort out. Let's get rid of this bit of netting in my hand. Ooh. New cherry tree there. I think that's cherry. Yeah, Stella. That's replacing the one that died from Tesco. And a new apple tree there. No, it's not. It's a plum, Victoria plum. So we got all the fruits in here at the moment. Let's put this net here with the rest of the netting. This is just a dumping pile at the moment. There we are. Here we are. Loads of buckets of spuds to tip out. I've got to prune that olive. I'll do that in a minute. Open up the centre a little bit. Make it into more of a bowl shape. I don't want it to get to the stage where it's the wrong shape or unmanageable, if you know what I mean. So here we are with the beds. I just put the straw in there. I tell you what, some good quality stuff. Now this bed is not going to be for potatoes because all the straw in here was from the bales that had potatoes in, and there was Condor, Pink Fir Apple, Java, Apache. There's going to be a right mishmash in there. In fact, there's the rest of the straw there, and you can see all the spuds lying around. Look, so they're going to grow. I've got to get this soil under here improved a little bit. But I would say it's not junk everywhere. It's all just waiting to be put away properly. So, like I said, all the straw's gone into the beds. A little bit of compost go on top, and turning around slowly, I'll use some of that in there. Now that is soil, topsoil that was moved to make beds by the very first plot holder. Yes, it was the very first plot holder 5 years ago. So that the deep down inside stuff should be well rotted down by now, so I'll be using some of that. I'm going to try and do it almost a zero type spend this year. Got a bit of weeding to do, got a bit of grass to get up. A few docks are poking up, I noticed. Down here, look. So I'll be sorting them out pretty soon. Blueberries. I'm not sure if they're going to work again this year. They were a bit poor last year. I got to prune that Rose Priscilla. No, Peter's Priscilla. Sort of like that anyway. That one and that one, and get that tied up. Raspberries. I don't know what to do with raspberries. They just aren't growing. I don't know what to do. I might just give up or put raspberries in pots or something. The only one that's growing, oh, is that one over there, look. Weird. And that's well, second year. Yeah, second year for some of these. And some of these are replaced anyway. Gonna make a big dent in that wood chip pile. That's gonna be going all over the path areas. Let's get around here a bit. This is a sort of permanent bed. I got my horseradish in the corner there, which I moved. I've got lemongrass there, which should be springing up pretty soon. Rhubarb there. Only a few asparagus in the middle. And at the end there, I got my runner beans. Desperately in need of weeding again. And one thing I am going to do today is take an inventory of what's in that toolbox there under the netting. These bales, these have collapsed. These are the new bales from last year, and they have totally collapsed. They really have. They didn't hold up as good as my first lot of bales in the first year I did straw bale gardening. But like I said, I'm not going to buy any more this year unless if I do, they'll go where that manure is under the cover there and where the straw is. We'll see. Trugs. Now, I was going to get rid of these, but I don't think I will now. I've got a list of what was in here, so I know what's in here. This is a herby type one. I've had some strawberries in here, but only a few surviving. So I'll sort this out. Yeah. Yeah, that is a herb. Smell it. Hang on. Oh yeah, that's either oregano or marjoram. Same family, aren't they, I think. And the same with this one. We've got some bronze fennel. Yeah, more herbs. A bit of lettuce growing there. Oh, thyme as well. There's some thyme in there. Love thyme. Now, this is a bugbear of mine. One plot holder put down some white plastic as a membrane, and it is, well, it's not UV stabilised, and as soon as you touch it, it falls into pieces. So I'm going to do what I can with this. Not today. I'm going to bring my sharp Stanley knife. I'm on my bike today. Look over there. Look. So, yeah. I'm a little treader. Yeah, I'll bring a sharp knife up, Stanley knife and that, and cut it out. And any little scraps and things, a bit like there, pick up with a weed litter picker. Because the more you touch it, the more it falls apart, you know. Bloody pain, really. Oh, I got me bits of the pieces at the end here as well. I got to move out. Got me liquid tea compost maker. Another bucket of mesh. God, Joyce, I got so much mesh, so much netting. That's everywhere. You see what I mean with this? I don't know. I just can't get it square. Look. I don't suppose it helps gardening on a little bit of a slope. It just throws you off. I could bring the spirit level, but if I did, then everything else would look out of kilter. Oh dear. Gardening's fun, isn't it? So a bit of weeding, like I said. Got more poles there. I got to put those away. Yeah. Going to do shed loads of tomatoes this year up here, I reckon, because they did well last year, by and large. Red cabbage. I had one of these the other day. They're going over now. These are the supermarket garlic in there. And that's just started to form a scape, that one. Ah. Here's the two birdies beds I moved down. These had compost in. That was quite heavy, actually. 3 barrels of compost in each bed. One bed had Brussels in, one had purple sprouting. So I'm not sure what to put in those yet. Might actually do the strawberries in that. Anyway, whatever. Okay. Get my list a minute, hang on. And these other collapsed straw bales. That is elephant garlic in there, that's popping up alright. I think I only put 4 in there and 4 will come up, so chuffed with that. Yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit of, a little bit more I should say, chaos planting, where, companion planting, I suppose chaos is more the right word really. I'm going to chuck everything in anywhere, and as long as I make a note of what it is, it'll be alright, won't it? So I don't just want garlic in there, you know. Another bale that's totally collapsed. It really is flat, look. That's got to be, what, less than a third of the height that it was. And there are my shallots. There was a few comments when I planted these in here. Far too deep for shallots, but they look alright to me. Another view of the old bean gallows there. I've cut some of those off at the base, just to see if they'll grow again. Whether I let them grow or not, I don't know, because as you know, runner beans are so easy to grow anyway. It makes you wonder, is it worth treating them as a perennial or not? Are they any better the second year? Or what I could do, I suppose, I could try some as a perennial, and do a comparison planting just to see if they are different, grown from new, you know. Anyway, I think that's about everything, guys. I was going to unravel the banana today, but I've seen tonight it's going to be 3 degrees again, and 3 degrees is very close to being bloody cold, so I ain't going to bother. Right, I'm going to look in my toolbox, do a little bit of pruning, and then, well, I'll be on my way and turn this into some sort of video. Catch you soon, guys. So there we are then, that's the olive opened out a little bit in the middle. Done the usual thing, got most of the crossing stems out of the way. Yeah, it'll be alright. But it's not like I'm not here all the time to check on it, you know what I mean? Got the roses done. Note to self, get some stronger gloves next time, Steve. That one and that one over there. And I've tied in this raspberry with that pink lace. That one's got to get a bit bigger yet. That one's doing nothing. That one's doing nothing. That one's doing nothing. And there used to be one there, but it's not there anymore. Right, I reckon that's me for today, you know, guys. Now, I was going to get some spuds, but tell you what, with that front basket on that treader, it really is awkward with any sort of weight in it. Because it's right above the handlebars. Hang on, let me show you. I'm walking slowly on the plot because this is where I did my hip in last year. Yeah, that because the basket's right over the wheel nut, makes it very difficult to manage, and I cannot find anything to go on the back. Nothing standard anyway, without me having to make something or weld it up or something like that. So anyway, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. That's it for me then, guys. Yeah, like I said, I'll catch you soon.